say, like, I'm Muslim, and
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you put a picture of the Prophet up there, and I know that you know that like Muslims don't prefer that because you even mentioned in the past that we don't like that, having icons, and when you were talking about Christianity, and the fact that you chose to put a picture of Muhammad, like I think that's really offensive, and it's pretty well known, and you're a scholar yourself. I think that's really offensive that you chose to put that image in the lecture.
It comes from it's a Turkish picture, and the Turks don't hesitate to represent the.
Doesn't matter the origin; it's still offensive to Muslims.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll try to omit that in the next go.
But I mean, I still.
Let me just ask you something. Are you going to hassle me through this whole lecture?
No, I mean that's the first time before this is I made a comment in the entire semester. But I think, I mean, this is the second time, and it's the same
I'm
day.
not trying to be offensive, in the same way, I put up images of the Hebrew gods, schematic images, and those again, could be considered graven images. But
yes, and I mean, I'm saying this because I'm Muslim. I think I should be able to. I'm not trying to, I think that it is offensive to me, and I'm just expressing that. Like I said, I've never said anything in the past, so, I think I should be able to express that. And to me, that is really offensive, and I know, that you are aware that Muslims,
all right,
regardless
well, I'll put the word in Muhammad next time, okay? But unfortunately, the slide is up. I'm not going to.
I understand. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to fight with you or anything. I'm just saying I think it's offensive, and I think you understand that. That's all I want to say.
Okay. It'll be taken into consideration. What I'm concentrating on, not so much are the images, right, but on the content of the image.
I have a really serious problem with not only the inclusion of the image of Muhammad, which is intentionally offensive.
Yes. No, it's not intentionally offensive.
But you made comments the other day that...
Yes, I know, but I'm stupid, all right? Like all human beings, we make our...
So why did you treat her that way? Like, just the way you responded to her asking you, that was incredibly inappropriate and disrespectful. Like, as a professor, you're supposed to be respectful to your students.
I absolutely feel the mistake that I made. But
it
what I
definitely didn't come across.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm being ambushed here.
That's fine.
How so?
Well, I mean, I think you're sitting back there looking to pick things apart about the presentation, when no one has said anything else through the whole semester about any of the other presentations.
That's one of the most offensive mistakes you could have possibly made.
Well, and I said I'll rectify it.
You said you'd consider it.
No, I will rectify it.
Okay.
Now you hear me saying it.
Great. I think an apology would go a long ways to Muslim students in class.
And I will make an apology. That was required.
You also did say that it came from a standpoint which is a more liberal wing to Muslim philosophy.
That has nothing to do with offending a student in class. Like, it's pretty common knowledge that that's very offensive to Muslims.
Well, it didn't become a huge issue until a few years ago when
it's always been a pretty significant issue.
Not in the public eye.
Yes, in Muslim culture and in the religion, icons specifically of the Prophet and God.
This is also a country of freedom of expression.
I understand freedom of speech is allowed, freedom of expression is allowed. I fully recognize his right to do that. He is allowed to do that legally. I just think as a professor in a school and environment, you should represent, the university in a positive light and be respectful of everyone's belief system, especially in a comparative religion class.
It is impossible to make sure that everyone is respected. The Bill of Rights does not guarantee you.
I understand that. How is that? Like, that's a pretty basic thing. Like, I mean, okay, the whole lecture on Islam is full of inaccuracies.
Because you try to answer his question with a bunch of dogmas.
He's presenting.
You thought that someone was a jinn. You didn't have evidence to back it up,
Surah 7.
but you still think it was
Surah
a jinn.
7. Surah 7 proves that he is a jinn. You want me to pull it up on my phone?
Oh, no, just turn the camera.